Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris Dennis here, putting specialist and short game performance coach. You join me again at Rotherham, and if you have been watching the videos every Wednesday for the past 4 or 5 weeks, 7 weeks even, because we're on 17, 6 weeks even, you'll probably think, have I got changed? The first 3 holes and then the last 6 holes I've worn the same outfit. But I'm trying to make the most of a fine November's morning. It is the 5th of November when this is filmed, so if this one is out near Christmas, I hope you all have a good Christmas and a happy new year if it is out there. If it isn't, well, it's in advance of when Christmas is going to be. So here, par 4 today. I'll talk you through it quickly. It's a 396 yard par 4. It's a blind tee shot. So 2 weeks ago when we was on the 15th hole, I told you that the pin's at the front. So it's a blind tee shot, but as we were playing the 15th, we walked past this hole and I was able to see where the pin was. So for me, the ball's not traveling as far today, so I'm going to still hit driver. In the summer, I might take something less. I might, or even a hybrid or a 2-iron to get it a little bit further back. Well, it'll run a lot more, whereas this today, it isn't running as much. So driver should leave me about 120 in, hopefully, or maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to play for a fade. I know this hole is out of bounds on the left, so I'm going to aim at the orange and yellow tree on the left, try and fade it back to the middle of the fairway. And on this hole, I know that for me, there's another hole on the right. There is the 15. So if you're playing this and you're a higher handicapper golfer or even a single figure handicapper, the safe zone, if you miss it a little bit right, it's still fine because you're still going to be able to get to the front edge of the green. If we go too far left, we're in trouble. So if you're a fader of the ball, you can aim, you can go to the right hand side of the tee box, but even just aim for the middle of the fairway, because if it over slices, you're still going to have a good shot into the green. Some member will tell me wrong that they end up behind a tree, but hopefully it's not happened too much. So nice easy swing. Aim down the left slightly. Well, it wasn't my high towering fade, but it was a low fade, which you will have seen on there, which has left me down in the right hand rough. I don't think, it might be on the tree line, so I might have proved myself wrong here. But again, I know that shouldn't have left me too long into this hole, and I'll be able to attack the pin, hopefully. So if you have played Rotherham before, you might have found yourself in this position, and it does happen to all of us. So I am under the trees. I have missed it to the right, which I said is the better place to miss it, which I still go by. Out of bounds, you're 3 off the tee. So here I can still get to the green. I'm around about 135 yards, but I can't play a normal shot. So one of the problems I see from people here is not choosing the right club. Luckily the rough isn't too thick here, but what happens I see is people getting thicker rough. They go something really low, like they have to go to a 4-iron to try and get it out. It snags in the grass, and this only goes around about, 60, 70 yards, and you've still got a pitch shot in. So here, making sure, even though you are under the trees, you still got enough loft to get the ball into the air. So here I've got to carry a lot of rough to make sure I can get this ball on or as close to the green as possible. So here I've chose a 7-iron, and again, one of the things you'll have seen from the wedges and the videos I've done, this is how that 7-iron is going to launch if I hit that normally, and that's more than enough to keep it under those trees. A lot of people fear that it's going to pop up and hit those trees, but there it's not. It's going to be nice and low, but then it's going to make sure that I can carry it over there. So again, looking here, the pin's at the front, as we know. I'm now thinking, right, am I better going a little bit long of the green? Where would be the best place to miss? And for me, short, just past the yellow sign, which hopefully I can zoom in on, is good. We've got then a straight shot to the flag. We should be able to get out here with the minimal amount of damage possible. If I try and get too aggressive and go for the flag, I could end up in the bunker, a short-sided bunker. If I go left, I might go into the bunker, which is a deep bunker, and I'm playing a high tariff shot. So here, a little bit back in the stance. Stance is nice and narrow, and then from here I'm going to feel really that there's no wrist hinge as such. It's a nice and wide motion. So back of the stance here, we know if it goes back into the stance, then that can start it a little bit right. So I'll open up my stance, make sure I'm aiming towards the yellow marker, so I'm not in trouble with these trees. And then from there, no real wrist hinge, really wide. And get that ball launching down there, just past the yellow marker as I said. And now we've got a straightforward shot into there. Again, not a short par 4, but we're down there in front of the green and hopefully get up and down, because as you know, I'm already 1 over. So, didn't quite get me there, but it has come up short of the bunker. It has now left me a shot into the green, and we can get that running up there. So, obviously we've got a lot of dew on the ground, so here I wouldn't be favouring the bump and run, because simply there's a lot of water, we don't know how that's going to react. But one thing we do need to make sure is we dry that ball off, so we can get a little bit more control when it does land on the green. So people will know a lot of the times I'm an advocate for playing the easiest shot, and normally if it was dry the easiest shot would be a bump and run. But here we've got a lot of water, a lot of dew, we're not going to be able to judge that. And if I gave you, and you can try this yourself, if I gave you 5 balls to bump and run and 5 balls to hit just a basic chip shot, I would say your basic chip shot would be close. I know someone might comment saying, well, I've got the yips, you haven't seen my chipping. Then don't be afraid to get in touch. I am available for online lessons, so we can get you comfortable with this shot. So here, nice and easy, club's laying flat, I'm a little bit down the grip, a little bit, making sure because the lie's above my feet I'm not too bent over. And then we're just going to make a nice easy motion, get that ball landed on the green, and that's gone to around about 4 feet again. So it has popped up, but you can see there I can play that shot nice and easy. There's not a lot that can go wrong there. Just get the club laying normal, little chip shot, plenty of loft, and I can get that ball close. So let's get up there, let's hole out, let's try and get out of here. But really guys, think about when you are under the trees, play to the safest possible or the easiest possible to make an up and down. I see too many people, mid-handicappers, trying to play the holy grail shot. I'll fade it around the James Robinson shot, to be honest. I'll fade it off of there and it'll come round and then it'll check up and it'll be perfect. So play to an area where you know you can chip as close as possible, and then let's try and get out there with a putt. So 2 reasonable chips there. So the second one is a little bit closer, and I have left myself a 4 or 5 with the first, but played from the easiest place. I was able to use a 56. We could have gone maybe down to a 52 and got it just landing on the front. It did carry 3/4 of the way there. But here again, take my time on these putts, make sure I give that a good read and go through my routine. Don't rush these putts, because these are the ones that are going to lower your scores. Good, so great roll, able to get up and down. Not the best tee shot, again probably a tee shot that is closer to a mid-handicapper, as we all hit those. And then I've been able to take my medicine. I've not gone for the holy grail shot, I've not tried to play the towering fade around the trees, down and around. I've avoided any trouble. I've given myself the easiest chip shot possible. I've taken into account the conditions, which we're going to get a lot in winter, and I've been able to get out with a par. So still 1 over. We've got the 18th to play now, a great hole, another dogleg 2 right to left, which again is not my favourite. So let's see how I get on there.